And we're back, week number 21 of CC. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We had some great esports over the weekend. Let's not waste any time. First off, into Call of Duty, we had the Major 1 Boston event this past weekend. I was there in attendance filming a documentary, but there were some major upsets that went down over the weekend in the pro scene. First off, NYSL got double first rounded, losing to Rocker and to the Carolina Royal Ravens. Shout out Clayster. You can never count that man out, especially when they just picked up two people from the challenger scene, Tyler Fellow and TJ Halley, and they proved that the talent is still there for those guys. Or maybe it proved that NYSL just had a bad weekend. We'll see how things pan out in that area. But Toronto Ultra take home the entire weekend with the W and proving that the Envoy pickup over Hixie kept them on top. You know, they were already doing very well last year. Last year, they won an event. They got second at Champs. All they needed to do with Envoy was stay on top, and that's exactly what they did.
He's trying to pierce it. He can't get it done. Ultra are your champions. From the fires of an embarrassing defeat at Champs, the team reborn. Envoy joins the roster. They break records. They break teams. They break hard points. Toronto Ultra have just put the entire league on watch.
They're making it look easy out here. I mean, they were putting in the light work. I won't lie. And then, of course, congratulations to FaZe Black, the Challengers winners. Again, they are a team full of ex-CDL pros that have been in the league for many, many years. And they went over to the challenger scene and did some light work on the guys that are playing in that bracket. I almost feel bad for the competition that had to play against them because this really is a pro team playing in the challengers bracket. But because there's only 12 spots and no expansion slots over 5 years in the CDL, we have only a few limited spots in the CDL. So some must play in challengers, but they'll be back in the league, I'm sure. And speaking of which, we've already got some rumors of the new rosters coming out. It's saying that LA Thieves is looking to pick up Kremp in exchange for Joe DeCeves. And then also another report saying that Nasty will be replacing Cammy on the roster. There's rumbles of Boston making a change, but also the coach Zed saying that they have no intent to make a roster change.
As far as I'm aware, boys, we're not making a change. I mean, it's not my plan. We're going to make it fucking work. We didn't build this roster to give up on it after one major, you know what I'm saying? What does that say about me if I'm willing to quit after one major? And
then speaking of Boston, we had Doug Censor Martin retire from Call of Duty, a legend in the scene. Everyone's going to miss him. Really out of left field, in my opinion, because he's been so passionate about Call of Duty and wanted to get back into the league, but he's going to focus more of his time on building up talent in challengers for Boston Breach and also breaking the pull-up world record. Best of luck, Doug. I appreciate everything you've done for Call of Duty. And then a little bit of like business news, unfortunate news. The Activision Blizzard lays off 60 of their 72 remaining employees in their esports division. And now the Call of Duty League is only 12 employees, 12 full-time employees. Some really great people lost their jobs. I'm going to link some Twitters down in the description of people that you can check out and what they do and what they did at Activision. And hopefully they land on their feet soon. Over in League of Legends, we had week number 2 of the LCS, along with International League of Legends all over the world. I was at Major 1 Boston for CDL, but I got Hey Cam here to talk about everything League of Legends that I missed this past weekend. Hey Cam, what's up? How's it going?
What's up, Justin? Thanks for having me, and don't worry, I got you covered when it comes to all things League of Legends. So the LCS this weekend, as we take a look at the standing, Saturday was about par for the course. Most of the teams we expected to win did win, but as we moved into Sunday, we had some crazy storylines. So first, Shopify Rebellions takes a big win against Cloud9 on Sunday. Shopify Rebellion's mid laner Insanity, who's known for picking really unique stuff outside of the meta, locks in Scion mid. I think it was pick number 3 in the draft. From there, Cloud9's kind of on the back foot trying to decide what they're going to do with their draft to adjust to that rare pick. And what Jojo Pyun, mid laner for Cloud9, ends up doing is that he locks in the Vayne. So we had a Vayne Sion mid matchup, and it just turns out Insanity doesn't care, and Sion is insanely broken, and Shopify Rebellion was able to pull off with the win there. What I really look forward to is Insanity's development as a North American talent going forward. I think that between his picks and his style of play, he's really promising.
That's great news for us ranked plebs to sort of get vindicated on the brokenness of Sion when we don't even know how to control the Sion, and they're doing it in the pro play. That makes me feel good as a gold player.
Moving forward, NRG takes down FlyQuest, which was a big story on Sunday because Jensen got caught talking a little bit of shit on the pros podcast that happens on Sundays after LCS. Last Sunday, Jensen said that NRG winning the split last year was essentially a fluke.
I don't expect NRG to be like winning LCS again. It was a bit of a fluke, I think. Don't clickbait me like that.
Listen, I need to get all the views I can get in 2020.
Go ahead. I think they're good, but I don't think they are like the team to look out for. I'm more worried about C9, for example, and other teams. It's kind of all the same.
The guys on NRG were definitely listening to that. So they heard Jensen loud and clear, and there were some spicy tweets that were coming out right after that match against FlyQuest. Palafox said, "Oh, I thought Jensen typically saves those performances for scrims." And Contracts and Dokla also both came out nodding to Jensen's statement that NRG's run was a fluke. So it looks like that the reigning champs are here to stay, and Jensen, needs to watch what he says about them. I recommend that everybody looks forward to Super Week next week. LCS will be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so there'll be 3 games for each team this weekend. And then we have one more week of games on Saturday and Sunday before the long break going into, I think the split picks up again on March 11th. So those last 2 weeks of February, we've got no LCS, so get your fix in now while you can.
And I do want to note that the viewership from week 1 to week 2 I saw was very consistent, whereas we've seen in the past the opening weekend has a lot higher of a viewership for the LCS compared to the other week. So it's cool to see that the fan base really is connecting with the storylines, the new formats, the live patch. It's really helping on all fronts, and Mark Z needs a raise. Come on, he's killing it. Thank you, Hey Cam, for hopping on. I really appreciate it, and we'll watch some more League this weekend.
Can't wait.
ALGS has finally started back up in North America. We've had a few matches go down already, and now every team has played at least 2 matches, so we get a good temperature gauge on how all these different teams are performing. Believe it or not, DarkZero is on the top with 43 points, and then TSM are reigning champions with 35 points in 3rd place. Luminosity, 2nd place with 41 points, and then I'll put the leaderboard for the top 15 on the screen right now, and you can see Optic Gaming all the way down at 12th, who are the 2nd place runner-ups from champs this past year. So we'll see how this develops over the next couple of weeks. We got another match on February 4th, and then 6 days after that, another one. So the finals will be March 17th later in the season. Really too early to tell. We've got plenty of matches left in the ALGS. I think we're still waiting on the announcement of where the first LAN will be, so I will give you guys that information once we receive it. Also forgot to mention DSG with It's Timmy coming in at number 9. It's great to see a big personality doing well in this esport because that really proves success for the viewership of the esport. So hopefully It's Timmy qualifies for the LAN. We see him playing there, and then maybe a little dual stream action while he's playing there to kind of boost up the numbers for Apex Legends. And of course, we have Nicewig watching all of the Apex action. So if you want a one-stop shop for competitive Apex, check out Nicewig. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I appreciate you all for watching. It's going to be a quick one. I got a documentary coming out very, very soon, so look out for that on my socials. But that's going to be it from your boy. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Week 21. We'll see you for week 22 next week. Peace.